And welcome to Under the Best Podcast. I'm your host, Merge, and I'm here with Clayton. What's up, Clayton?
Hi.
And I can't believe he's actually alive. Nelson Espinal. How are you? Fine, sir.
It's been a while
Yeah.
that I've done podcast stuff. At one time you even hosted. I was the producer. I did so many things for this podcast. I had to step away for educational reasons, and now I'm slowly reintegrating myself with the whole system, and hopefully start writing soon, one day.
Word. That's great. Awesome. And how long has it been since the last podcast? I don't even remember. It's been like a month, I think. It's been a while since the last podcast.
At least 3 weeks.
I think we last talked about just free agency. But today is going to be all about the lottery and the NBA draft. And today was the lottery. And first of all, let me start with, as Laker fans, how relieving was it to not be stressing out the whole day today? Clayton, start with you.
It was nice. I had a important meeting I had to go to for my university, so that was nice not having to worry about that in the back of my head.
Yeah. It felt weird because I didn't even know it was today until like a couple days ago.
Yeah,
and
when it happened, I was like, "Oh, the lottery's happening," and then I was like, "I don't need to tune in because the Lakers are not affected by any of this whatsoever." So I'll just look at the results after.
Sixers won, but then like the 10 spot stayed where it was, so the Sixers kept the 10 spot. But yeah, if no one heard, the Suns won the lottery. The top three was Phoenix, Sacramento, and Atlanta. The rest stayed relatively similar, and Memphis dropped a little bit. A couple teams dropped one spot, but the biggest gainer was Sacramento. I think they were originally the sixth best odds, and they jumped to 2. And Atlanta was somewhere at 6 or 7 as well. So both of them were the big winners in this one. And Phoenix got what they wanted. I know Phoenix fans would have claimed that it was rigged if they didn't get it this season. So I guess good for them. And I don't really want to wish them luck, even though I want Luka Doncic to go there instead of the Kings. But yeah, that's pretty much what went down. RIP to the reaction pods the last 2 years. Those are forever dead unless the Lakers suck sometime in the near future again.
Oh, the Lakers will suck. They will suck. Don't you worry about that. Eventually they'll come back down to earth. And we'll go through this whole terrible process of signing freaking Ed Davis and going through all that process.
So happy that Nelson's back.
I missed Ed Davis. I liked him.
I mean, he was cool. He had a nice afro. I always respected that.
He didn't have an afro when he was on the Lakers.
I know. I'm so mad that he didn't have an afro while he was on the Lakers. That's like
him and Jeremy Lin had like this weird, like really good chemistry on pick and rolls. It was really odd, but I remember him. It was the year that I think that was the year Julius got hurt. That's when we had him, right?
Yeah.
That was probably the most boring Lakers season of the past 10 years.
I can imagine like sadness coming from my entire body when Xavier Henry like tore his like something in his leg. I was like, oh man, that sucks.
Xavier, that was
R.I.P.
When Xavier dunked on Jeff Withey, that was an emotional experience. Anyway, let's move on from the Lakers. Let's go a little bit more broad. We're just gonna do a quick first round mock draft. We're gonna switch off every pick, starting with Clayton with the Phoenix Suns, and I'm like 99% sure I know who Clayton's going with this pick. But Clayton, let me hand it off to you. You're the GM of the Phoenix Suns.
Luka Doncic.
Yes, Luka Doncic.
No discussion needed. He's the best player in this draft.
Yes.
Only other person that could really compete with him, in my opinion, would be Jaren Jackson Jr., Triple J. Other than that, no one else. I don't give a crap if you say Ayton, you're wrong. And especially if you say Bagley, I've seen a couple of people say that, you're damn wrong. So no, it's Luka. If anyone chooses him other than him, then they should be fired.
I mean, the further evidence is look at the head coach of the Phoenix Suns.
He coached
Luka
coached
in
Luka.
Eurobasket.
Yep. So, yeah, no, it should be pretty clear who's being picked.
It makes way too much sense. And I'm assuming, Nelson, you are also in agreement.
See, I'm gonna disagree on this one. And hey, look, guys, look, Luka's good. All right, he's really good.
I'm gonna come down there and I'm gonna slap you.
He's my number one prospect on my board. All right, he's over Porter. Because Porter played very terribly in the NCAA tournament, but
he was
look,
on the major back injury.
Yeah. But it feels like I really want the Kings to be good. Like
you still have Porter at like top 2.
No. I'm not making that point. I'm just saying I want the Kings to be good.
I don't.
I'd rather Phoenix be good, to be honest.
Yeah. See, look. The Kings have been bad and have been a joke for the league for too long. It's so boring.
They will ruin Luka. They will ruin him somehow.
See, I think he's too good to be ruined, honestly. I mean, and although we can argue that like no prospect can probably save that situation, I feel like Luka could legit look. The Kings haven't had a really high pick in a while. They've had some like they had number 5 last year, but they haven't had like that top tier pick until now. So now they have a real shot to get like whoever they want, and I'm hoping that the Suns mess up and take Aiden, and then Doncic falls to number 2, so the Kings take him. That's my hope. I'm not saying that if I was the Suns, I take Doncic and run. I figure out the whole Booker and
I think that would be.
See, on offense it's going to be great, but on defense I have some slight concerns.
Well, I think if the rumors are true about the Suns wanting Capella, and they're willing to spend max on Capella, then I really like the core of Doncic, Booker, Jackson, Bender, and Capella. That is scary.
Scary lineup, in my opinion.
Yeah, and the only bad defender, in my opinion, would be Booker. I think Doncic is a solid defender. He's a good team defender. I think I saw someone like their hot take for the draft is that Luka will be a better defender than Ayton.
That honestly wouldn't surprise me. I'm not high on Ayton's defense.
Yeah,
just because his physical tools, but like his I mean, Arizona.
He's really good
at
perimeter.
Does limit guys because Markkanen was better than I thought.
Yeah.
Defensively.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just his b-ball IQ is very, 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 very questionable.
He can defend on the perimeter, but his interior defense needs a lot of work.
I still really want to see that perimeter D against actual NBA guys. We'll see.
Well, yeah, but Phoenix Suns, they drafted Luka Doncic. So number 2, Sacramento Kings. I'm gonna go with Jaren Jackson Jr.
That's a very interesting one, considering that they already have.
Well,
bigs.
I don't think they drafted a wing.
I guess that's the way. So don't listen to me.
I don't think they draft a wing. Because I think Porter would be a reach at 2.
I don't think he's
really
a wing anymore.
I think Jackson fits the Kings better than Bagley and Ayton. So and that's like Jackson is like number 2 on my board anyway. So I'm just gonna. So I'm gonna take Jackson and go with it. I like the potential pairing of him and I feel like him and Will Cauley-Stein could play together some because of Jackson's projectable shot. Which he's more of a project than Ayton and Bagley, just because he's more projectable stuff than anything. Like he didn't show a ton of that in college, but he showed flashes of it. But I'm gonna go Jaren Jackson Jr. number 2 to Sacramento Kings. Next pick, number 3, Atlanta Hawks. Nelson, you're on the clock.
Yeah, see, I'm scared. I don't know what to do here. Because I want to go Ayton, but Ayton and John Collins is a very interesting defensive backcourt. Front court. Yeah. And so I don't know if I want to do that.
Especially since Collins is more of a 5 in my opinion, anyways.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like
unless Collins comes back with a jumper, I don't see him as a 4. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I and it's I don't want to do Bagley because I feel like that's redundant. And
the same player.
I feel like it is too.
Yeah, and Bamba, he's a 5'2", and I just don't know what to do here. It's killing me, but
I wouldn't fault you for doing that. What I think you're gonna do.
I'm gonna go Michael Porter, man.
Yeah. I wouldn't fault you there.
Look,
that's a pure pedigree pick right there.
Yeah, it is definitely. I'm banking on the medicals being cute and not being ugly, like I think that they probably will be. In the end, and
I could see them actually going Trey especially with the talk of Dennis Schroeder right now.
From what I've heard, by the way, that they love Bagley. They love him.
Yeah. See,
oh my word! Give Atlanta a Bagley and John Collins front court. Holy crap! The athleticism would be amazing, but man, good luck with that.
They still see Collins as a 4, so I think they draft Bagley here. But this is just what we would do. So just to specify that, so Atlanta, Michael Porter Jr.
I mean, I want to explain it a little bit more because he's probably he's. At this point, with his athleticism, probably like losing a bit of a touch, and I think he's probably a 4. He was probably a 4 anyways, but now for sure he's probably more likely a 4. And we saw from the tournament, even with the injury, it wasn't promising. So that's why I've had to drop him, and that's why it's like a slight reach, in my opinion. And I don't think that they'll go this route come draft time. Because I feel like Jaren Jackson's going to be here, and Jackson and Collins could be a nice front court duo. Because I really feel Ayton and Doncic are locked for the top 2. You can interchange.
I agree. I don't see it. I don't see Jackson going top 2. But again, that's just what I would do if I were the Kings.
Yeah. See, and I really like the Jackson pick. Two's I don't know how I feel about 2 maybe. But he's definitely in my top 5. I'm really high on him, especially compared to like as far as mainstream outlets are. I think that he's definitely just. I really like his floor and upside combination and his skill set already.
Shout out to Jay Billis for having Luka Doncic at 4.
Yeah, see. There was a Mia Kunis. Oh, no, not Mia Kunis.
Mina, I know what you're talking about, the ESPN woman.
Yeah,
Mina
yeah. She did a profile on Doncic, and the stereotype of like the whole European players, it's still there.
So look at Twitter. Yeah.
So that's why I think Doncic is far from a lock at 1. Mm-hmm. But but they did draft like his coach, so that they're probably gonna pick Doncic, but I wouldn't be super shocked if Doncic goes 1 and then we see Jaren Jackson fall to 3, which would be a pretty good pick to pair with a good offensive player in Collins, who's really limited defensively, to have that anchor guy who can also stretch the floor. I think that'd be really valuable for the Hawks. But I guess I'll go Porter.
Yeah.
I've been a big fan of him since high school, and I was really hyped for him. The injury really made me lower expectations and lower him on my board, but. Yeah. I still believe in him. I'm still rooting for him. So hopefully he finds a good home with the Hawks.
Yes. Moving on. Memphis Grizzlies. You are on the clock.
And they're trading Gasol.
I can see. I 100% think that happens in this scenario. I agree.
I think they look to trade Gasol. Anyways, I think he's gone.
Yeah, I think so too. Assuming that we think Ayton isn't there, do you think they go Bagley or they go Bamba?
If it goes as Nelson says, I think JJJ. Yeah. But if JJJ and Ayton are gone, which I assume Ayton's going to be gone, I don't like.
I do too.
I don't like him at 2. I don't like him at 1. 3 or 4 is fine, whatever. But I would probably guess Bagley. Even though, I'm not super high on Bagley. I like MPJ and Bagley aren't in my top 5. So
me neither. But that's just for other reasons. So like I said, DeAndre Ayton, number 4 in this mock draft here. Dallas Mavericks. That's me. I'm gonna say they go Bamba. Wait, Bagley was not still on. Bagley
on board.
Okay, then it would be Bagley in that case for sure. They would go Marvin Bagley. I think I like the potential of him and Dennis Jr. on offense like a lot. The pick and rolls of those two could be like really, really dangerous. And I think Carlisle would really like someone like Bagley. I've said this for a while. I think Bagley is going to be pretty much a taller, more athletic Julius Randle in the NBA with like worse defense. And I think that's the role he would play. He can handle some. He has the shot that I've seen a little bit. But I think in this case they would go Bagley. Number 6, Orlando Magic.
Man,
Nelson, you're on the clock.
Yeah,
I know what you want to do, and I don't want him to go here.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
I'm pick Trae Young, man. I'm pick Trae Young.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna be adorable. It's gonna be bad. It's not gonna be good at all. Yeah, it's not. It's just that they lost on Dennis Smith. Elfrid Payton got traded. I think they really need a guard, and I think that
shooting period.
Yeah, Trae Young provides that in spades. It's 6 is still a bit rich for me on Trae Young. I really was rooting for him. The problem is that I just the defense really concerns me and how much offensive ceiling he has. I mean, he displayed a good amount in college, but I'm a bit worried about how much creation he's actually going to get, in the NBA when it's bigger, stronger. He'll probably get a bit of gravity towards the beginning. It'll be interesting to see how he handles that. He's a good kid, a good character. So like he'll definitely be a solid NBA player, but how good he becomes, that's like the real question. There's a lot of a good character Jordan Clarkson in him. If you guys know what I mean, like
much better passer.
Right. I'm talking more shades of rookie year.
Okay.
Where he's playmaking more.
Well, even then, I mean, he might be a better passer than shooter. Passing might be his best skill, Trey.
Right. But Clarkson does have a bit more burst in his step. But regardless, I think that's the kind of role. So I think right now he's more of a high level 6 man. I'll be interested to see how if he can really become a starting guard on a good team. That's like my hope. But at this point, it's not really realistic. But the Magic really need a guard and they really need shooting. So I guess I'll reach again.
I got him at number 3, so I don't think it's a reach at all.
I do too. I have him at 3.
I think his self-creation is really good. He was the system at Oklahoma. He had no other NBA player on that entire roster. And yeah, the defense is a concern, but as we've seen already, and as I've been repeatedly told, our defense at the point guard position is not that big of a deal. So
yeah,
I don't think he's going to be a good defender by any means. I think you hope that he can be just below average.
Yeah.
But he's got gravity. He can handle. It's not amazing handles, not like a Steph or a Kyrie.
Yeah.
But it's good enough, and he can shoot. And while shooting is one of his best known talents, his passing and vision are really good. So no, he's a lead guard in my opinion, and I mean, he would have to, everything would have to go wrong for him to be that 6 man, in my opinion. But
I agree, but I
get what Nelson's saying, but at the same time, I strongly disagree.
Yeah, I think probably I've probably focused a little too much on the decline of Trae and not really what exactly he does well and revisiting exactly what made him so gravitating towards in the first half of the college basketball season.
Considering that he had one of the highest usage rates in history, that's probably the reason why he started to decline, because he was just damn tired.
Yeah, no, it's definitely reasonable, but as far I'm trying to think of it more as the NBA as a whole, not really my pick, because if I was really picking, I'd shove Mo Bamba down the throat. Because that's what I want. I want Mo Bamba to be picked really high and for him to prosper, because he's my favorite second favorite draft prospect in this draft.
All right. Moving on to the Chicago Bulls. Clayton, you're on the clock. Who should the Bulls go with?
They have 2 guys that I thought they were gonna pick an MPJ and Bagley gone.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like, I guess, my real issue. I want to give them Trey, but they have so many bad point guards.
Well, he's gone.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm tired. It's been a long day. Yeah. Even though I'm typing it right here, I want to give him. Well, then I guess I would say I would want to give him like Bamba.
Yeah, with the potential of Bamba and Markkanen can really work.
Yeah, but I think they need a point guard or wing, and I think Chicago's stupid enough to go Sexton.
Oh man, I actually can see that too. I thought you were gonna go with your boy, but
which boy? There's Mikal,
yeah.
Michael.
Man, if it was up to me, Mikal would have gone at like 5. To be honest, I love Mikal. I know. Our the boy of the Stepien.
Yes.
I don't want to call him the boy, like the Wonder Kid. He's
oh yeah, Jackson.
He's coming on strong. I really like his work. I don't agree with the Mikal stuff, but yeah, I guess it's between Mikal and Bamba, and I think I'm gonna go Bamba just because I don't trust Chicago.
Let's go.
All right.
I really like Bamba. He declined to me. He was like down to 8 or 9 before.
Hey, he's working out with Drew Hanlon and with
KG.
I think I got him at 6 or 7 now. So
yeah. All right. So Mo Bamba, number 7 of the Chicago Bulls. Number 8, Cleveland Cavaliers. Trey's already gone. I'm probably going to go with Mikal here. Even if LeBron stays, I think Mikal could really help out, like a lot. I like the shooting. I think it's projectable. I've seen a lot of like Chris Middleton comparisons for him. I think Middleton was a little more developed in that aspect in college with his shot making and stuff like that. The defense and shooting alone would really help out LeBron if he does stay in Cleveland, and if he doesn't, I think that's still the best player available.
Two guys that would not surprise me would be Colin Sexton, as well as Miles Bridges. Neither of those guys would surprise me.
I think is Bridges a Rich Paul client? I feel like he is.
I think he is.
Yeah, that would make sense. But yeah, I would go with Mikal here. Next pick, New York Knicks. Nelson.
Yeah, I'm a go with Miles. We talked about it. We talked about it last draft season.
Yeah.
We said, "Oh, wouldn't it be so good if Miles went to the Knicks with Porzingis and all that kind of stuff?"
I said that.
I said that.
Oh, yeah. I think
I've never been a huge fan of Miles.
Yeah, I know you're super low on him.
Yeah, see,
Miles Bridges is in fact
a Rich Paul client.
Yeah,
that would make sense then.
Yeah, see, Clayton brought me back down to earth with Miles. But I really like the fit with him as a really undersized 4 with KP.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming he plays next year. Miles, he didn't do enough this year for him to really rocket up boards, but like I had him around 14, 15 last year. And this isn't too bad of a reach, and I think that the Knicks can really use the shooting and the athleticism. I think that would be really fun with KP, and we'll see how that goes.
I can definitely see that pick happening. Moving on to the Lakers pick that goes to Philadelphia. Clayton, Philadelphia on the clock.
Man, this one is tough because like the guy that is being left out that I think is going to go higher. He's the guy I have no idea how to place. I've said this 3 or 4 different times, I think, on Twitter. I have no idea how to put him, but I feel like Wendell Carter should have gone a lot higher.
Yeah, I feel like Wendell's going to go lower, and he's going to prove to be like a top 8 player in this draft.
Possibly, but I think that he's going to. I think he's going to end up going like Dallas. I think is a sneaky team to pick him.
That'd be an interesting one.
Memphis possibly, but in this case with Ayton falling.
Mm-hmm.
If we're gonna go weird,
let's go weird.
Let's get weird. Ready?
Go ahead.
Our boy.
Shea?
No. Zaire.
Oh, I hate you, but yeah.
Zaire. Zaire is I
Well,
just think he's
actually, I don't know with Philadelphia.
super raw.
Yeah.
But I think
Clayton loves those fucking home run picks. God damn, he loves those fucking lotto ticket motherfuckers.
I do. And in fact, honestly, Merch, I think Merch is higher on him than I am.
I am. He's my top 10.
Of course he is.
Well, I've got him right along there. But
of course he's top 10.
The only other option that I could probably put there would be Shea.
I think Shea fits better personally. Because
I probably agree with that. Mm-hmm. I think that Colangelo just goes high upside.
I can see it happening.
Yeah, I like Shea more than I like Zaire, and I'm pretty close.
I'm fine with you saying that. I've got both of them in my same tier.
So. Yes.
Yeah. But I really would have gone Shea. I really like Shea. I didn't expect to like a Kentucky prospect just because I'm not a big Knox guy, and Shea really stood out for me.
I don't even have Knox in my top 20.
Wow. Well, that's surprising. I have him. Budding 20s, not too high. But Shy. Oh God. Shy. I'm gonna call him Shy.
It's Shea.
I'm gonna call him Shy.
Don't you dare.
I'm gonna call him Shy.
Don't mispronounce my son's name. Don't
now,
you dare.
Now I'm gonna call him Shy. I would have gone Shy there. I would have gone Shy there.
I would
but then I think that kind of sets up the Hornets best to go with Shea.
I don't think that they would go. I was actually
the reason why I think that they want to go Shea, okay, is I'm not exactly sold on. Obviously, Zaire has big question marks on his shot as well, but I'm not exactly sold on Shea's shot as well. And I think that Zaire is a better defender, and obviously he's a way better athlete. It's not even a question. And
very Brandon Ingram-ish.
Yeah, Philly needs guys off ball.
Yep.
And I don't think Shea has as much value if he's off ball.
Ideally, this is probably Mikal.
Oh yeah, their dreams right now is Mikal, and if it's anyone else, I don't believe you.
Yeah,
like
I don't
see Mikal slipping past 10.
Yeah.
If somehow Trey slipped all the way, then that would just be ridiculous. But no, I think it's Mikal if in real life, but in this case, the reason why, like I said, is just because they need just another defender. A super explosive guy for Ben Simmons to throw oops to.
Yeah.
A potential for a jump shot. And just a guy that you can just throw on the court, and also just a guy that you can put on someone's best player in the future, and you can kind of let Fultz sag off a little bit too, even though I think Fultz is a better defender, or he showed that he was a better defender when he was playing.
Yeah. So, I agree. So Zaire Smith, number 10. Number 11, I don't think it'll be a guard. I feel like Michael Jordan is going to go with a high upside guy here, and I'm going to say it is Mitchell Robinson.
Okay.
Because I think they still have Dwight, right?
Yeah.
I think they'll bring him in. I think they'll try to have him sort of be like the
knucklehead, trying to mentor the weird knucklehead.
Yeah,
I love Mitchell Robinson, but I mean, it's kind of, if he's apparently training with his uncle, he's a knucklehead.
Yeah, and I think Shea goes in one of the next two picks, anyways. But I'm going Mitchell Robinson. All right, the first of the Clippers picks. This one is from Detroit. Nelson, you're on the clock, number 12.
Yeah, see, guys, I'm not gonna be shy about this pick, and I'm gonna go with Shy.
You're gonna drive me insane.
We'll get used to it.
Why bring you back?
You guys missed me. You guys.
I did, but gosh, man, why did we bring you back?
Oh, whoa! I just realized a person is still there, but okay.
See, look, yeah. See, I want to go Troy Brown here. I'm kind of I'm kind of high on him too. But I think Shai. I really like the energy that he brings, the defensive qualities that he brings. I feel like the Clippers could really use another guy like this. I feel like
I agree.
He has a really good foundation of skill set, and I think that he's still, if he improves his jumper enough, I think he still has like a higher ceiling that we probably haven't seen from him yet.
I think there's a chance he's the best point guard in this draft.
Shai?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's possible, especially with me not being too high on Trey. I think that Shai. I'm gonna call him Shai, and he trained myself because I'm not gonna pronounce his name right on purpose. But yeah, I just like the energy, the defensive, and it's just Zaire. I like Zaire now. He's really athletic, super awesome in the tournament, really improved his stock.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just so raw, and I
don't think it matters to Philly.
Yeah, no, right.
Especially if they're going after PG and Paul and yeah. So I mean, like that pick could be traded, or I mean, he would just sit behind those guys for a year or two.
Yeah, and
until he's good, actually able to be on the floor.
Yeah, his realistic ceiling is somewhere around that Robert Covington role. So I think that they would have one of those.
I think his ceiling way over that.
You said realistic ceiling.
Realistic, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. See, because if I ask you, Merge, you're probably gonna say some bullshit about he's gonna be the next fucking Michael Jordan dunking over fucking people and winning dunk contests and all this stupid bullshit. I don't want to fucking hear that shit.
I mean, he can be dunking over people.
Oh my god. Okay, Merge.
You get it. Jump?
He can fucking jump. Okay, he can fucking jump. He did that little 360 putback that was really fucking tight.
That was one of the
wasn't even the one I was talking about.
That was the most overrated dunk of the year.
I mean, it definitely
layup thing, whatever.
It was cool, but
it was cool, but it wasn't as dope as everyone thought it was.
Yeah, see, I can imagine Merge just wetting his pants over that, and I mean, I guess if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But I like Shai's already established skill set more, and for the Sixers, I feel that's why I would have leaned more towards that. But
this is the Clippers, so Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, number 12.
Okay, Merge, fuck you, whatever.
So Shai at 12. Okay, 13.
The Clippers again.
Wendell Carter. The value is just too good at this point. It's not because I think Wendell goes higher, and because I think that they're going to try and go like high ups, and I think Wendell has a decently high upside, but I think that they're going to try and go. Clippers historically have been more of a athletic team, like not maybe necessarily a team, but like the guys they pick. If you look, DeAndre, Blake Griffin, Sean Livingston way back in the day, Eric Bledsoe, there's
Eric Gordon
back in the day was super athletic. So I mean, I would think that maybe like actually like a Mitchell Robinson, if you were to drop, would be actually if you flipped Mitchell and Wendell, I think that actually makes a ton of sense, to be honest. But I think Wendell, but I really would like to go with a really, really good athlete there. But I would probably have Miles going there in real life, or Colin Sexton over, like, because I could see that being a pick for what Lawrence Frank is now their their president of basketball operations or whatever.
Well, they already have Shai, so I think
in like the real draft, I could see them going Sexton over Shai. I would take Shai over Sexton easily. I don't even have Sexton in my top 20 either. So
yeah, I agree with that.
But yeah, Wendell is the guy I'm going. I think Shai and Wendell would be a really, really great outcome. I don't think it's likely, but that would be an insane outcome.
I think the Clippers win the draft if that happens instantly. Moving on.
If they even have these picks.
Yeah, I mean, they could be packaged for Kawhi. Who knows? But
I don't think it's worth. I think he's worth a lot more than that, but that's just me.
Why not? It won't be just those two, but anyway. Moving on to the Denver Nuggets pick. I don't know. This seems so weird.
I will say something real quick. Our boy Alex over at Silver Screen and Roll showed he found the Basketball Insiders pick or mock draft, and everyone picked Lonnie Walker.
Oh, I know, to the Clippers or the Nuggets.
No,
or the Nuggets. Right? Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not going to say that's who you have to pick, but if there's some like weird inside information that we're possibly not privy to, that would be. I mean, it wouldn't make a ton of sense because they already have like Malik Beasley and they don't even use him.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think Lonnie's better than Malik, but that's just me.
They need more wings.
Whoa, hold on. Are you telling me that a prospect from Miami is better than another prospect that have a very similar skill set? Wow, this is.
I mean, he's been in the league 2 years and apparently he still can't play.
Right. I mean, Clayton. I'm just trying to be a sarcastic asshole here. That's all I'm trying to do.
I mean, I don't have Bruce Brown in my first round, so I mean, does that make up for it?
I mean, I can't. I mean, you finally have like a right opinion on a Miami guy because he definitely should not be in the first round.
I think Lonnie being like 15 to like 24 is fine.
I think honestly, I think it's realistic that he falls to the Laker pick, but that's just me.
If he fell the Laker pick, holy crap, you're never gonna hear like those 5 minutes. You're not gonna hear me. Shut up.
Jesus Christ!
I'm just gonna be yelling, Lonnie.
Oh my god! I really hope he kills in the workouts and he gets drafted so much higher and that he gets drafted number 1 suddenly to hear fucking bullshit.
So I think the Denver Nuggets either need a point guard or more wings. I mean, they have Jokic already.
They're not going to go point guard because they have a hard on for Jamal Murray.
I still think they need a point guard regardless.
I agree.
So I'm going to go with Colin Sexton here.
Well then.
Whoa.
So they dealt away Emmanuel Mudiay for
Emmanuel Mudiay Jr. Yes. I think. Well, I was trying to decide between 3 guys. It was either him, Kyrie Thomas, and Troy Brown. Because I think Kyrie Thomas would be a Nuggets pick for some reason, and I would laugh at them. But
another guy I don't have in my first round.
I think if Sexton goes I think there's more of a media perception about Sexton that he's better than he really is.
I think Sexton top 10, and that team that picks him will regret it.
Well, yeah, I agree. But
Cavs
if he falls to the 14, I think the Nuggets snatch him up. So moving on, number 15, Washington Wizards.
They're so weird. I have no idea what to do with them.
I actually have an idea what to do with them. I was gonna say something.
I mean, I know who I would go for him, but
yeah, me too. But go ahead, Nelson.
Oh, we're gonna keep going. Okay, this is interesting.
Yeah, I said the whole first round.
Okay. This is a weird one. I think John Wall is on the trade block, guys. I think it's Beal, but if it's one of the two, but that I think it's Wall, and I think that's the right choice because I think Beal's better than Wall.
And that's a hot take, but I actually agree with that.
Yeah, see, I'm not that high on Beal. I'm just like not that high on Wall anymore. I'm just, and not because of the whole locker room thing or whatever. I don't really give a shit about what fucking Gortat thinks about John Wall. I could really give a shit because homeboy can't even fucking play basketball. But I mean, but it's just
get it.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna be traded, and so I kind of wanted to go Sexton, but Merge, you already fucking chose him, so fuck you. So I'm just gonna give him another wing. I'm just gonna go with Troy Brown, and I'm gonna do this because you can never have enough wings. And
he was a point guard in high school, anyways.
Yeah, and he's a point guard too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that the Wizards, they just need guys who can defend and have a good enough skill set that they can contribute to winning basketball. And I think that Troy Brown does that immediately coming out the gates. Yeah. Him just like Shy. I really enjoy those prospects that offer so much immediately. And they're still like raw enough where there's still some like ceiling to them, so they're not just limited to like role players.
I'm a bit lower on Troy Brown because I think after the tournament there was like a lot of stuff about how bad his defense was, and and that kind of turned me off to him. I think he's still a top 20 guy, and if he's there for the Lakers pick, I would 100% pick him up. But he's not as high as I had him like a couple months ago.
I still think he can be a good defender. But I think that the spice he adds as a passer, I think that's really what gets me. I think playmaking from how much he does, well, playmaking as much as he did at Oregon. I think there's some potential there for some creation.
All right, moving on. Phoenix Suns, number 16.
To go with a big. I would personally go Jonte over who I'm about to pick, but I think that they would much rather have a guy that is more of an oop threat.
I agree.
And I'll go Robert Williams, even though I think Jonte is better prospect.
Thank you, kind sir, for leaving him on the board. Yes, Robert Williams is a guy I would pick for them too, just because, like you said,
he seems like a Suns guy.
Yeah, I agree. 17.
They can have the all fro team with at the 4 and the 5, even though
let's go Afros all the way. Let's go.
Yeah. Milwaukee Bucks pick 17. This is a pick that I think happened. I wouldn't pick this guy here, but I think this happened. Like, I'm like 85% sure this is gonna happen. But Anthony Simons to the Bucks. That's what I'm doing. It seems like such a Bucks pick to do. The Bucks front office likes to get really weird with their picks, so I am going Anthony Simons.
Makes sense.
San Antonio Spurs. Yes. San Antonio Spurs, 18. Nelson, go ahead.
See, I really want to go with like the best name in the draft with Shake Milton. I'm gonna go with DeAnthony Melton, a guy that I personally have higher on my board.
Yeah, he's in my top 15.
Yeah, and I feel like the Spurs are getting a real steal with this pick.
I agree.
I like the Melton Murray backcourt looking
defensively. That's a habit.
I really like Melton's character also. And I think that he's a real Spurs pick to the core. A guy who didn't play basketball at all, but he's still like last year. I remember just raving about him. I really just want him to declare for the draft. So
I did too.
So he's like it's gonna swoop him up, but. I feel like at 18, the Spurs are getting real value with a guy who, if he would have played, he would have gone lottery, in my opinion. But
I agree.
My hot take.
Next pick, Atlanta Hawks, number 19, Clayton.
It's actually the guy that I think the Spurs should take. Jacob Evans.
I love Jacob Evans.
Jacob Evans would immediately be their best wing, in my opinion.
I agree. He's one of my guys that I really want to be there for Lakers pick.
I'm not huge on Taurean Prince anymore, and Bembry can't stay healthy.
No, he cannot. So. But I 100% agree. I think Evans would be a good pick for them. Moving on, Minnesota, number 20. I think they need shooting. They need wings. Lonnie Walker to Minnesota Timberwolves. Let's go. I just think because Minnesota just really needs someone else to provide offense for that team off the bench. And I think Lonnie can be that spark off the bench for them initially. So I think, and there's also the upside, and he can also hang out with Jimmy Butler because I think I get such a weird Jimmy Butler vibe from Lonnie for some reason. But moving on, Utah Jazz, Nelson, number 21, Utah Jazz.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Shake here. And I'm gonna do it because I was wrong on Donovan Mitchell. I did not think he'd be this good, and he's really going to be a primary ball handler for the Jazz. Yes. And I like Rubio.
I do too. Yeah.
But I think that drafting Shake and inserting him as the backup and developing him and grooming him for whatever they decide to do with Rubio, I feel like him
honestly could just make Shake the 2.
Yeah, they could. Yeah. They also still have Royce O'Neal, which is why I'd sort of hesitate with that. But I wouldn't mind that one.
I really look forward to Milton and Mitchell in the backcourt. I think there's a lot of versatility, a lot of defense, a lot of effort.
There you got their nickname.
Yeah,
there you go.
I think personally I would go Shamit here, but I agree with I'd be fine with that one there though. 22 Chicago Bulls, Clayton.
Man, who did that? Man, I can't take the guy who I thought I was going to say. Because I already had them taking Bamba. Let's see. Let me think.
I think you gotta go wing here.
I agree.
Or instant offense with a guy who's still there.
I probably go Shamit.
Shamit, yeah.
That's not really my guy.
Mm-hmm.
But they need shooting bad other than Markkanen.
Yeah.
And
another guy I would think in that one would be Kevin Knox, just because he's still there.
Yeah, I think he could honestly go the next pick.
Yeah. Well, Indiana Pacers. Now, Indiana does need a 4. I do have a feeling they get Aaron Gordon in free agency.
I don't see that at all. I don't see it. Orlando actually letting him go. And if he does leave, I think it's to Dallas.
Yeah, because Dallas is going after their 4s. I think, like I said, I think they need a 4, but there aren't really a ton of 4s, and I don't think Knox really fits them there. So I'm just gonna go with another wing for them, and just go Kyrie Thomas. He's not a guy that I'm insanely big on. I know a lot of people like him, especially I think Sam Vecini is a guy who really likes him as well. He sort of compared him to Avery Bradley. He has the shooting. I think he's decently athletic as well. The Pacers are in an interesting position this offseason because I don't really know what they're gonna do, but they can really improve their team one way or another. But yeah.
Sorry.
Moving on, 24th, the Portland Trailblazers. Nelson, go ahead.
Yeah, see, I want to take the guy that the Lakers are targeting in LiAngelo Ball, but I'm not gonna go there.
Go big Flanagan again.
Yes. Charts put me onto this guy. I've only seen a 5-minute highlight of him, and I've only read like one scouting report. But I am immediately enamored with this guy, and the Portland Trailblazers are gonna make some kind of move because they just got bounced in the first round. And
are you gonna say John and Musa? Is that what you're gonna say?
Oh my word!
I'm gonna say Okobo.
Oh no!
Yes,
that's our guy, man.
Yes.
Look! I've never been more enamored with the guy in the 5-minute mixtape since D'Angelo Russell. This guy, man. Oh my god!
That is exactly
this is my dude. This is the guy. All right, look, they're gonna trade either Lillard or McCollum, and whoever they don't trade, he's gonna have a fucking great time playing with Okobo when he fucking. Oh yes, Portland, you're going to the fucking playoffs and you're gonna do some shit this time with Okobo in 10 years.
That's wonderful.
I saw Jackson Hoy on Twitter compare him like his absolute peak to like poor man's Trae Young's peak, which would be pretty insane for a guy like that.
Jackson's got him at 17, by the way.
He's insanely high on him. And I don't blame him because I love him too.
I've never been more enamored with the goddamn mixtape. I'm telling you guys.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun.
Also, if you guys pick Diallo to the fucking Lakers, I'm a fucking riot. I'm not even fucking kidding me. I'm a fucking riot.
No. Let's all pick one for Lakers. Because this is a Lakers podcast. So
no, I get the pick. You freaking.
Oh no.
Merge. We made
you already know him. You already know I'm gonna pick Merge.
No, I know. I want to see who Nelson pick. I know who you're gonna pick. I agree with it. I just want to see who Nelson would pick here. Or if it's the same guy, I'm assuming. Go ahead and say it, Clayton.
It's Shantae.
Shantae.
Our boy Shantae.
Boy.
I have him borderline lottery from like the 12 to the 19 range.
I have him like 12. That's he's in my lottery.
Like I just said, 12 to 19.
Yeah,
he's not the elite athlete that I think the Lakers need some really good athletes this offseason. If you're getting Paul George, and I'm not even going to say LeBron because I just don't see it happening. But like, if you can get Paul George and a couple other guys that are athletic, then this isn't.
Maybe you can draft some guy in the second round who's super athletic.
Yeah, a guy from Kentucky possibly who's really elite at.
Shut
jumping.
the fuck up, Clayton.
But no, to be honest, like Jonte is essentially like you could think of him as kind of like a
baby Horford. I've been saying Horford the whole
time. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's a great comp, but like he can spread the floor like Horford or Brook. You know, like he's the perfect fit for next to Julius. So he can spread the floor. He can handle a tad. He's a good passer, playmaker. I don't remember honestly how he is as a rebounder. I don't think he's a bad rebounder.
He's okay. He's not great, but I think next to a guy like Julius, it won't really matter.
Yeah, exactly. And while he's not a great one-on-one defender, he's a good team defender. All that said, he's also one of the youngest prospects in the entire draft.
I think it's the youngest,
if not the youngest. Yeah. So even though he looks like he isn't super athletic, my question is he's only 18. He's not even 18 and a half.
Yeah.
He's so like he could be a guy that just with more physical maturity and development, he could get more athletic. So
yeah, and just like losing that baby fat because he's 240 pounds. He's a big
dude. Yeah. He's let him get with the Kardashian trainer, whatever,
or Julius's
trainer. But yeah, that's the guy. I mean, I was wondering if anyone was going to take him, but as we've all been kind of talking on Twitter, that range that we just went through of Wolves don't need a big man, Jazz don't need a big man, Bulls don't really need a big man, especially if they go Bamba or Bagley or something like that. Pacers could use a big man.
I think they're still tied to Sabonis and Turner and
and I think rightfully with Turner
and your boy Ike.
Yeah, so like they don't really need a big man. Blazers just drafted 2 big men, so unless they traded one of them, so I think I think he goes higher. If he somehow slips past like how he just did, he'd be the guy that
I think the team.
He's like, and he's not like my type of guy either.
Yeah, me either. He's not like a crazy athlete.
Yeah, just the fact that I pick him just is kind of like how highly I think of his skills.
Yeah, I think watching these playoffs and watching Al Horford just be really, really good in all these playoffs, just like sort of just made me think of the Lakers don't really have a ton of super high IQ guys, and I think adding a guy like Jonte and having him with a guy like Lonzo, who's has a great basketball IQ, guy like Josh Hart, Ingram, Julius, Kuzma, and then hopefully maybe a star or two added on to that. I just think he provides everything the Lakers need in a big man. Minus, I think he can get to a decent rim protector. I don't think he can be a great rim protector, but he checks every box except for that, pretty much. All right, moving on to the Philadelphia 76ers. I think they trade this pick, but I'm going to.
Well, I can't give my 2 cents on who the Lakers should draft.
No, go ahead.
See, I'm gonna see. Look, I understand the Jonte love. I understand it from like the systematic things that the Lakers want.
Yeah.
Like on their team. I understand like why you guys are so in on him. It's just like Clayton said, it's not a guy that I target, so I can't like really alter my philosophy too much on him because it's really hard for me to picture him the defensive impact just because of the pop and all that stuff and the finishing. It's a little shaky. And so I think that a backup point guard would be nice.
Oh my God, we don't need a backup point guard. You can
get a backup point guard in the freaking second round.
Or you can just sign Ray Felton, sign someone like that. Like you don't need a backup point guard.
I see. I understand why you guys are saying that, but like someone like Anthony Simmons, I like the.
I would be fine with Anthony if he dropped this far, and some of the guys that I have, like, if it's not Jonte, then I want like a Kevin Huerter.
Herter,
from Maryland. I literally think that Herter is the best shooter in this entire draft. So, if that, I mean, like, I wouldn't be particularly happy with Simmons, but after last year, I'm not going to doubt them for anything. I've learned my lesson.
Yeah. It's that I see the Porter love, but I don't love him, and I honestly I don't really like him. I like him a good amount, and I wouldn't complain.
Mhm.
Like Clayton said, if Lakers decided to draft him, but I need to watch more. That's all I'm gonna say.
My thing with Anthony is you have no tape on him other than high school mixtapes. That's all you have on him.
That's all you need, Clayton.
And
well, he seems just like a volume scorer. That's what I get.
Yeah,
that's the vibe I get from him.
I don't have Anthony in my first round. You have no idea.
He's gonna go top 20, but
I don't think that's guaranteed.
I feel like he does. I feel like a team down there drafts him for some reason.
I mean, as like the Bucks did with Thon. That's why I think the Bucks pick makes a lot of sense. But I mean, I don't see any other I don't see the Nuggets doing it. I don't see the Wizards doing it. I don't see maybe the Suns, but I mean, if they're taking Luka and they already have
Burke, yeah,
that doesn't make any sense. Spurs sure as hell aren't taking him.
Hawks, Atlanta, I can see
Hawks maybe because isn't he close to that region anyways? But
that plus they're not going to compete, you know?
Yeah, I mean, even then, I would still take Jacob Evans over him because best player available. I don't think it's guaranteed. I honestly I could see Anthony falling out of the first.
I think there's too much intrigue for people to pass up on him, so that's why I think he doesn't.
I don't ever hear about him, so I don't know where that intrigue is. I never hear about him.
I just think it's a mystery type of thing.
The only time I ever hear about him is when DX tweets out a workout.
Yeah,
that's the only ever time I ever hear about him. So I don't.
It's gonna be really interesting to see what happens with him. Moving on, Philadelphia. I think they trade this pick, but I think if they had to choose someone here, I think they go with Jalen Brunson. I think he makes a lot of sense just for the team and what they're trying to do. He's just a good backup guy.
I'd much rather have him than any other backup in the draft.
Yeah, Brunson's probably the best backup point guard there you can get. Maybe trade Duval as well, but that's
a reach.
In the first round to reach. I'd rather have him in the second, but yeah. I would just go with Jalen Brunson in that range. 27 Boston. Nelson, make me proud. Choose someone for Boston.
It's gonna be a white guy.
I know exactly who I want them to pick too.
Dante.
Yes, Dante or Grayson.
Which neither Dante or Grayson are first round draft picks. Neither of them are.
Who knows, man?
Nor should they be. But I really want. There's a name that but I'm not. You know what? I'm just gonna do it right now. Fuck you guys. I'm gonna do fucking Diallo
because I hate him so much.
I don't think I agree with that one. I don't even really have Hamadou in the first round.
Oh, no, yeah, he's in the second round for me.
No, he's not a second. He's not a first round pick. He's not a first round pick for me. So I'm gonna reach here.
You're just doing it just to.
No, because I fucking believe in Brad Stevens. I'm going to the Brad Stevens church. I'm going and I'm gonna.
But can you imagine a lineup trotted out there of oh my word! Look, I don't they would have all the wings, and I would be annoyed. I think it's gonna be a big, but
I feel like it actually would be Bruce Brown.
Yeah, see, I've thought about that, and that seems like a really Danny Ainge guy.
Yeah,
Bruce Brown is like Marcus
Smart replacement. Yeah, I think Marcus Smart gets paid. I think Smart gets paid, and they don't keep him.
Yeah, but see, look, here's my thing. I think if anyone's gonna teach Diallo how to play basketball, how to actually play basketball, I think it's gonna be Brad Stevens. And I bought into the church, and I'm all in. Jalen, I was low on Jalen. I mean, I
still had Jalen at 3.
Yeah, I saw this outcome as a possibility. I just didn't think it was that possible.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be way further down the line, not in his fucking second year, but whatever. So I'm just gonna. I think I don't like the Celtics, but I really like Brad Stevens, and I feel like if I give him Diallo, I think he can do something with them, even if it's just like define him to a role of just running and just trying to foul people and tackle people. I don't know what he's gonna do because he can't really play basketball. But I think that if anyone's gonna figure it out, anyone in the NBA, it's gonna be my boy Brad.
Okay. I want Diallo to fall to 47 so bad. You have no idea.
Oh my god! If he falls, I'm just gonna fucking. Ugh.
You're gonna fucking what?
No, I'm just gonna fucking throw something and just fucking be mad. I'm not gonna fucking tell.
Right. I would just be very happy.
Let's move on. Golden State Warriors, Clayton on the clock. I have a name in mind for them. Your boy, your favorite Lakers Twitter favorite wing.
I'm drawing a blank.
Think of Dylan.
Oh no. No, I don't think that's the guy that they would take.
I mean,
I think Hutchinson is a more likely.
I could see Hutch.
A more likely guy, or
I can see Mo Wagner going there.
Oh hell no.
They want to get a stretch big. I think
they're too smart to draft Mo Wagner in the first round. They're too smart for that, in my opinion. It just until they do it, I'm going to say they're too smart to do that, something stupid like that.
Okay.
I guess I'll go Hutchinson.
Hutch, all right.
I don't like KDP.
Yeah.
Or KBD or whatever the heck it is.
KD Bates job. Brooklyn Nets. They're gonna go with the high upside guy, so I'm gonna go John and Musa here.
I don't see the upside.
Well, he's a projected lottery pick for some, and I think if he's there, the Nets would pick him 100%.
Hysterical. I would rather them go Okogie.
I think they are.
Or we're actually completely leaving out a guy who, even though I'm super low on, there's no way he falls this far.
Did we go with Landry or Shamet already? Oh, Aaron Holiday. That's what you're thinking of.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about. Gary Trent? No.
Certain 4.
A 4.
From Kentucky.
Oh, Kevin Knox. We didn't draft him yet?
No.
I forgot about that. Yeah, Kevin Knox makes a lot more sense then.
So, do you want me to put it down as Knox instead?
Yeah, I had no idea Knox was still on the board. But yeah, Kevin Knox is not going to drop that far. But if he's there somehow, then Kevin Knox is getting drafted by the Nets. And the final pick, the Atlanta Hawks. Again, they're going to trade one of their picks too. The Hawks. Nelson, give me your wildest last pick of the first round.
Yeah, I'm gonna
someone with hair or a cool name.
I'm gonna. Oh man, see, it's just. Oh, there's. More time, guys. I've had a few names in mind, but I'm gonna go with my boy Charks' guy Melvin Frazier from Tulane. I've seen some of his videos.
That's not a name.
I like the defense. I like the energy that he brings, and that's all I'm gonna say. He's another one of those Bembry guys. He doesn't play at all like Bembry, but
yeah.
His style of play is so.
And his hair.
I think I'm gonna go with fucking Frazier because it's also the last name of a boxer, and I think that the Hawks could use a boxer. So
okay,
I'm gonna go with that.
We're gonna go with that.
Not at all.
Yeah,
he shot really good this year, but for rest of his time at Tulane, he was only a 29.5 3-point shooter. So no, I am very skeptical of that shot.
Some notable guys that weren't drafted in the first round: John and Musa, like I said, Gary Trent Jr., Aaron Holiday, Trey Duval.
I think most of those guys don't even make sense in the first round.
Yeah, I'm just going off of who NBA Draft Fund has in their first round. I'm just saying names who we didn't draft.
Oh my word!
Dante DiVincenzo, Jerome Robinson.
I need to laugh at this real quick.
Who else? I mean, they have John and Musa going 17, but yeah, it's gonna be after the first 10 picks, it's going to be a cluster. Like
Amari Spellman in the first round. Get out.
I really like Spellman, but not in the first round. he's a project. He's a short big man, but
D'Anthony Melton the second round. Oh my
Lord. Jacob Evans at 54.
Jake Melton in the second round.
D'Anthony Melton 54. Not D'Anthony Melton. Jacob Evans 54. That's all you need to know. And Justin Jackson MD 55. Remember how much
Melvin Frazier at 58. Raleigh Alkins. I'm not even high on Raleigh Alkins, but at 56, that's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Okogie is almost in my first round, and he has him at 50.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's like I said, after like the first 10 to 12 picks, it's gonna be like a up in the air. I think.
34. LOL.
There's I don't know how much longer till the draft. 5.
It's about a month away.
About a month away. Okay. Lakers just started bringing some guys.
5 weeks away.
A couple weeks ago, what were the notable names that the Lakers have brought in to work out, if you remember any?
Shake is pretty much the biggest name that they brought in so far.
And then they brought for some reason I remember the Martin twins. They brought them into and a bunch of other guys I'm blanking on. But Lonzo Trier. But
whatever.
Yeah. I'm expecting the combine's tomorrow, which is going to be very exciting and very.
Holy crap! I didn't even realize that. I've been so busy with work and stuff. I didn't realize it was tomorrow. That's awesome.
Yeah, tomorrow. A thing to look out for you guys. I've said this a lot on Twitter, and I always forget the name of the Twitter user that brought it up a couple weeks ago. But the Lakers have drafted, I think, 5 or 6 of their last 7 guys off. All of them were in the top 5 of their position for the agility in the lane test.
It's let me find his name.
Burson Wong or something like that, right?
It's Bernie Wong.
Bernie Wong, yeah. That is the thing I'm going to be paying attention the most to. Before we get off, I'm just going to ask one thing from the combine that you're looking forward to the most from getting information from. Nelson.
Weapon?
Something in the combine you're looking forward to, like what one thing you really like want to find out.
Just measurables from the guys. That's literally all I care about from the combine. Although Kuzma did get drafted because of his fucking combine little drill thing, shoot little 5-on-5. It's just measurables. That's all I take from the combine.
He was also top 5 for his position in the lane agility.
Yeah, so was Josh Hart. So was
Thomas Bryant.
I think Lonzo was too, right?
And that was primarily with guys in the late.
Oh well, Larry Nance Jr., Anthony Brown was.
It wouldn't surprise me if Lonzo was though.
Yeah, but measurables are huge. I think the biggest, most important measurables are Zaire's wingspan and Shamit's wingspan. Those are like 2 question marks right now. Like no one really knows what they are.
I don't really care about Shamit's.
I know Shamit's is like reported 7 feet, which is insane if it is.
+8.
I know it's a +8. And then I think Zaire's, from what the way I've heard, is like a +3, but it could be a 6'10".
So
yeah. And Jonte's another one that I'm interested in, but I think Jonte is probably like a +4. But yeah, Clayton, was there anything that you want specifically that you're looking forward to?
Wingspans and standing reach. Those are 2 of my biggest things, and because just length is so important. But I will be really interested to see those lane agility drills.
Yeah.
The one thing I will really, really be interested in is buzz on Kevin Huerter.
Huerter.
Whatever.
I don't know how to say his name.
I'll learn to say his name once he's drafted. If he performs well and he stays in the draft, that is one of my guys for 25.
Yeah,
just because I think he's a good team defender, and I think he's just
he can shoot the cover off the ball. Yeah, like that dude. Like in the highlights I watched, she's like shooting like from like 5 feet behind the line.
Yes,
like,
I've got Hoarder now 20 to 25 if he stays in the draft.
Yeah, a lot of people like. I think he's top 20 now on Stepien.
I think they had him at 20.
20. Okay, yeah.
I just closed out of it. So.
But yeah, that's those things are obviously the measurables. In the future or in the past, I would always look at vertical, but I know vertical doesn't mean anything because freaking D'Angelo had a 42-inch vertical. I mean,
Jamal Murray,
Pat Connaughton had a 46-inch vertical. But yeah, the measurables and the lane agility stuff are the two things that I'm going to be looking forward to the most. Just because that's what I think the Lakers look at the most, and then when they bring them in, they'll work them out. So over the next 4 or 5 weeks or so, we'll be getting more of those, more of the information coming out. We'll probably have some scouting reports done on some people, right? I'm assuming we'll have some scouting reports done.
Yes, sir.
And Nelson, are you going to be back writing soon?
I shall be back writing soon. That's what summer vacation is for. It's for writing.
Awesome. Well, don't forget to follow the podcast or subscribe on iTunes, on Google Play Music, on TuneIn and Stitcher. You can follow the podcast and the blog at Under the Best Pod. You can follow me at Merge Christian. You can follow Clayton at Lakers1949. And Nelson, yours is probably _Nelson still, right?
Yeah.
And follow Nelson at probably _Nelson. And Nelson will hopefully be back as a mainstay on the podcast.
Yeah, on the site.
Yeah, on the site too. I also want to say Fultz will be back. My son will be born again, and he will rise from the ashes. Don't worry about that. Ben Simmons will improve his jump shot. Kobe Bryant already said it that he should.
Oh boy,
Ben Simmons said no.
Yeah, I know Ben Simmons said no, but he's playing coy. The NBA is not ready for what Ben Simmons is going to become.
When he's not afraid to shoot a jump shot.
I forgot you're a Ben Simmons fan. I completely forgot.
Oh, it's not even like Stan isn't even enough.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, since day one, I've been on the hype train. Never got off. Never gonna get off. He is the rookie of the year. I don't give a shit what Donovan Mitchell has to say about it. Mitchell's overrated anyway, so fuck him.
I agree that Ben Simmons is the rookie of the year.
Whoa! Look at that. Clayton's already swapping sides. Let's go. Simmons makes everyone a believer. Let's go.
I'm just gonna say Mitchell just piss off Nelson.
Congrats, Merch, because you've achieved your goal. Fuck you.
Okay, thank you. Again, like I said, follow on all social medias. Clayton, do you have anything coming up you want to preview?
No, we got a piece coming out by Drew, hopefully tomorrow.
All right.
And I've had a couple things that I want to get to, but
all right,
I think I should have the time to finally get on those. We'll see.
All right, yeah. Look out for Drew's piece tomorrow. We should be having stuff coming in the future. The season is ending very soon. Off season is fastly approaching. We'll have more off season.
Start looking for guests on here too.
Yep, that too. We'll start looking at more Lakers centric off season free agency stuff like that. As it gets closer to July, and yeah, it's gonna be a very hectic summer for the Lakers.
Can I just say one more thing?
Sure.
I think the Suns general manager, he's a really Luka guy. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, I mean, again,
our head coach definitely is.
Yeah, Eurobasket, but
really, you guys didn't catch the pun. He's a really Luka guy. Luka guy for getting the number one pick.
Oh, I forgot you love puns.
That's wow. I'm just wow.
It's gotta go anyways.
Nelson, it's been a long time. I forgot about your tendencies.
Come on, you guys will get used to them again. Don't worry.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Bye.